Alrighty, folks, you've been hearing for the last year or so, I've had a particular heartburn with Airbnb, this overnight rentals, pretty much because I was attacked by all the gurus telling me I was an idiot for being long-term rentals. I had to take it on the chin because 2020 and 2021 were good years. But apparently there's an Airbnb bust going on across the country in some cities. And all I got to say is neener, neener, neener. It does come back when you pick on somebody. It sometimes goes back. But Adrian, you have a top 10 list of Airbnb bust, and you have experience in I think the number 2 market. So what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, Zuber. Mostly everyone's selling their Airbnbs now,
That's
right?
shocking.
Shocking. Which I believe you said, and I said multiple times, and I got it from you. Make sure that you run your numbers based on a long-term rental, not on a short-term play, right?
Exactly. I have no problem with Airbnb. Go get that money. But when you overpay with stupid assumption with bad debt structures, you're going to get what you get.
Yep. And thinking that Airbnb is going to, no, you guys, it's half-ass
No.
backwards. So for those of you that paid attention and listened, great job. For those of you that didn't, pay attention. So
yeah, you're about to feel some pain.
So we're personally we had multiple Airbnbs in Lake Havasu. Omar has multiple Airbnbs in Lake Havasu, still does. So Lake Havasu, Arizona, guys, it's a river town, lake town. People go there for a weekend, and you have snowbirds in the winter. There's water sports and off-roading. That's what you go do, right? And it's crazy because when we first got into the Airbnb market in Lake Havasu, we were getting on a holiday weekend $1,000 a night,
Now,
$1,000 a
what
night
year was
easily.
this? Because I want to paint the full vision. Well, you were in
2019 and 20.
so you were there pre-pandemic.
No, I'm sorry. When did pandemic hit?
20.
20. Okay, so 20 is when we bought. 20
Okay,
is
so
when we bought right before the pandemic.
okay, cool. All right. So the pandemic starts, you happen to have your first and you add more. Okay, I got you.
Yep. So 2020, we bought the house, Airbnb'd it. We're getting $1,000 a night on holiday weekends, which is insane. On
Yeah, and your
normal
mortgage payment is like $1,000 or something.
mortgage payment is $2,000.
All right. So
$2,000.
2 nights, you break even
Break even.
thereabouts.
During
You
the
got
week,
20, you got 28 other nights.
yep. And during the week, we're getting 250,
Yeah.
right? On a non-holiday weekend, we're getting $550, $600 a night on a non-holiday weekend, right? You're making my friends were making 10, 12. I didn't make 10 grand. We actually went to the house a lot and utilized the house a lot during that time. California was shut down. So
Yeah.
we still made 35 grand on that one house that year. And we got to go there most of the time. My friends were making 10 grand, 12 grand. Omar was making 7, 8, 9 grand a month just on Airbnb in 2020. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And this is where it all started. This was because, again, I had people come at me who became gurus in Airbnb telling me I was an old timer, I was a boomer, all of these things. And this is where it started. 2020 was an amazing year to start. 2021
Amazing.
was probably equally good.
Yeah.
But then the mask came.
Yep.
And undoubtedly you saw inventory spike. When you got to Lake Havasu, there was probably a dozen.
If that.
Now there's hundreds.
Hundreds. And, it's interesting, guys, because 2021 was good. And then towards the end of 2021, 2020, all of a sudden 2022, it just started leveling off. And you started to see more and more Airbnbs. I started seeing on Instagram, Airbnb, click the link, Lake Havasu, Airbnb, click the link. Everyone I know was buying houses in Havasu for Airbnbs. All of my friends went and bought houses in Havasu for Airbnbs.
Adrian, when you tell people you make 12 grand a month, what the hell do you think happens?
You're right. They run for it. They run for it.
It's like freaking ants to candy, man. It's crazy.
And at the time, mind you guys, values went up everywhere, right? I paid $405 for that house. In 2022, last year, it was worth $750, right? Omar paid 700 grand for his house. It's like a 1.1, just takes off. The market takes off. People are coming in, Zuber, paying $750 for my house, $750, hoping that they're going to get 2020, 2021 income the way that we were.
That's exactly what I was warning. These people that were coming in late, they were overpaying. they were assuming that the pandemic level occupancies and rates would continue or go higher. And that's not how supply demand works.
No.
When you tell all your buddies you're making 12 grand a month and all of them buy stuff, that's called supply, just so y'all know. And then when the country and the world opens up and people want to go to Europe and Asia instead of Lake Havasu is great, but there's the rest of the world to go to. That's called lack of demand. That is a bad combination to lose your ass.
Within the last, so let's take 2020 till today, guys, Lake Havasu has dropped negative 50.4%. Half of the Airbnb market gone.
So I want to say that again. So you got to some peak supply number, call it 300. There are now 50% less Airbnbs in Lake Havasu.
No, 50% less of the people and revenue that has came into Lake Havasu.
Revenue, even worse.
No, it's still the same. A matter of fact, there's like now 400. There's even more.
Supply
Airbnbs.
went up. It's the demand. Oh, that's not good.
The demand and the revenue is down negative 50.4%. So if you were renting at 600, you're no longer even close to 600. And even then, when we were getting, okay, let's call it 350 a night. My house is on Airbnb for 125 a night right now. On the weekend, I'm getting $299, $300 if I'm lucky.
This is what happens. This is what I was warning. All these new people that came in early 22 that saw the 2021 rates, you overpaid, you have bad debt structure, bad assumptions, you're negative cash flow, you're in a hospitality business. It's so so A, you sell it at a loss. B, you flip it to a long-term rental and hope you bought it right. Or C, you hold on tight and hope everybody else dies first. I mean, I don't know what else you do.
And in Lake Havasu, that's not going to happen because my house will maybe get $2,500 a month on a normal rental. So if you bought at $650, $700, you're negative $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
Yeah, the only people that have that option are people that bought in 19, like you, or 20. Yeah.
Or they put a significant down, and even then they're still negative because you have all that money tied in the house.
Yeah, it's debt. Oh,
so
yeah. So there's top 10 list. Do you want to go 10 to 1? What was market number 10?
We'll stop picking on Havasu for a little bit. And let's take a look at I love going there. Let's look at the percentage change in revenue per listing, available per listings from May 2022 to May 2023. Okay, that's what we're going to look at. And this is all the top 10 cities. Okay. Number 1, Centerville, Tennessee. I'm going to pull it up here.
I don't even know where Centerville, Tennessee is.
Neither do I. And I probably butchered on how to say that.
Servio? Okay. Anyways, you can see the name. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So revenue in 2022 was roughly, and now mind you, this is percentage and change in revenue per available listings. Okay.
Got it.
So it was 6,228 in May of 2022. May of 2023, 3,266 with a negative 47.6% drop.
Oh.
Phoenix, Arizona, 2022 was 5,500. Revenue in May of 2023, 2,900, negative 47.2%. Austin, Texas, these are the top 3. Austin, Texas, in 2022 was 4,600. May of 2023, 2,400, negative 46.1%. And then you have Myrtle Beach at negative 45, San Antonio, negative 43, Asheville, North Carolina, negative 42, Salisbury, Minnesota, negative 39, Nashville, Tennessee, negative 39, Denver, Colorado, negative 38, and 10 with Breckenridge, Colorado at negative 37.2.
That's pretty amazing.
That is insane. And you know what's funny, Zuber? As I'm looking at this list, you know what all of those gurus were saying? Go buy in Tennessee.
Yep.
Go buy in Arizona. Go buy in North Carolina. Go buy in Texas.
Yeah,
right? And there they are.
Yeah. This is, again, why I still speak at conferences and events, because I want to see what the masses are doing. 2 years ago, the masses were becoming general partners on syndications. I knew that was going to blow up. We're seeing pain there now. A year ago, all these Airbnbs, and again, I was made fun of, and I'm like, I know what comes next. You tell all your buddies you're making 12 grand, they buy, supply goes up, you all lose your ass, and pain happens. So,
yep.
It happens every time.
Fast money don't last.
Fast money don't last.
So take advantage. I mean, like you said, I'm a fan of Airbnb. I love the Airbnb,
Yeah.
right? I took advantage of it while I can. Now I need to understand it is what, if I wanted to rent it, I could, right? It's a vacation house for us. So we do Airbnb it. I think this month we'll make $1,500 this month on the Airbnb, but we were negative the last three, I took the payment the last 3 months. So for all of you guys, and this will happen again. There will be another fancy item. There'll be another fast money thing to do. It will come around again. Listen to Zuber's words. Listen to this channel, guys. This is really important. Do the work. Look at it at a long term. Can I rent this house out and still make money? If you can't do it the traditional way, don't buy the house. Not worth it, guys.
Totally agree. Adrian, if someone want to buy or sell, or maybe even rent your place in Lake Havasu, how would they find you?
Instagram, guys, at Adrian Hernandez. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, guys. Appreciate you, Zuber.
Thank you, brother.